All right, we are up and running, folks. Hello, Internet. How you doing? Doing the cat tonight. As we pick up where we left off on Gaim. I still gotta get some stuff set up in the background, so 1 second. Forgot to finish setting up a couple things. Also know I changed one thing, so I need to double check and see. I thought so. No. Okay. Have to redo it. Okay, there we go. We're all back up and running now. Apparently I deleted my SolidWorks capture and it just didn't exist anymore. But yeah, we're gonna keep working on the Gaim one, but first, some stuff to talk about real quick. So first and foremost, they're really promoting the Blockies wheels because they keep doing these daily, or almost daily posts about stuff about them. It's something new or interesting. Apparently, the early purchase bonus is a Nemesis Prime repaint of the Optimus that's in this wave, which, eh. God, is there more stuff rolling out for Time Machine Nations? I thought we were done. Sorry, I had to double check Twitter real quick. But they've been doing that on the side. I forgot to grab this image, so I'm going to grab it real quick and kind of slot it right here. Ignore it for now. But they're starting to roll out the reveals for Shining 12 for Ultraman, for Ultraman. As a reminder, the Shining Wave is the Galaxy stuff, size-wise. It just has an LED in the chest that lights up the head and chest. That's all it is. But we got Ultraman King, which is nice. It's a first for him. And another, I think, Showa rep? I think it's a Showa rep. Oh, hi, Seiho. I assume that's Seiho G3 and Gills. Cool. Not really things I desire. God damn it, they're apparently rolling more stuff out. Great. Got 8. And I thought this was going to be like, I'm just going to hit one thing and call it a day. Technically, it's hitting 2 things, but oh well. Yeah, we got Ultraman King. That's just a recap of the most recent Galaxy Wave. And then we have Ultraman Noah is here as well. And then here's an image with what I believe is that most recent Ultraman Legend from Galaxy. I assume that is Galaxy Saga. I'm not entirely sure. I assume it is. And then you have the Shining Noah and then the Shining Ultraman King. Yeah, there is Noah, which is nice. We do have a lineup early because of a box art leak. As you can see, we've got Noah and King as we saw before. We have a clear version of Victory Knight, which is nice to see because we haven't gotten a Victory Knight yet. So this probably means a Victory Knight is quickly in our future for Galaxy. Because that seems to be the trend right now with Shining. Is that they throw some things in Shining like that's going to be in the next wave of Galaxy. We've also got Shining Zero. Shining Zero, technically. It's the name of the form. So, I want to say this is the first time Shining Zero's been in Shining. I'd have to double check my list, but that seems to be the case. We've got Ace Killer from Ultraman Ace specifically, and then various other appearances after the fact. And then we have what I'm assuming is early style Belial, that evil the not yet evil Belial. We just got in Galaxy, because I honestly don't know who the fuck this is. Like before this picture, we had see if I can find it real quick. This picture from a Billy video. And as you can see, it is incredibly hard to tell who the fuck that is. I thought it was an orb form, because I'm like, that head looks vaguely orb shape. Not the shape orb, but the ultra orb. So I'm like, orb? Because I could recognize the rest of these, because I'm like, yeah, that's Knight, that's Ace Killer, that's Shining Zero, that's Noah, that's King, and that's King with a fancier cape. That is, I assume, plot relevant to King. To some degree. Fuck if I know. But I'm like, that's vaguely orb-shaped in terms of a helmet, so it's Ultraman orb of some variety? Like, the closest form I think that would look like that at this distance is like Orb Caliber, but you can see that there's not really a sword here. There is this, like, effect part. But yeah, this gives us the better idea of, like, this is probably that Belial, early Belial. It looks like the early Belial. So I assume that's some sort of claw effect. We'll find out in the next few days as they continue to roll out reveals for Shining with Pro Epics and stuff. Time Machine Nations is happening this weekend. For you Figure Arts folks. You poor bastards, you. I'm so sorry. There is a lot of stuff there. There's a lot of writer stuff. There's a lot of just Toku stuff in general. They actually got a Doga Garo, which is nice to see because that's like another main series Garo. That's not just the same suit with different eye colors. It's a distinctly different style for the Garo armor, so that's nice to see. Oh god, they're putting out Zayre's toothbrush. That probably makes sense to anyone who's like, what the fuck did you just say? Zayre, one of Super Ai's heroes, transforms with a toothbrush because he's the commercial Ultra. I.e., he's the one with all the commercials and stuff. Huh. Apparently, the Fuzo PI movie is on Crunchyroll at the moment. At least in Portugal, Brazil, somewhere in South America. Apparently that just broke. So yeah, there's the Fuzo PI movie. I guess it's gonna go up on Crunchyroll internationally at some point. Hooray. Anywho. But yeah, there's a bunch of stuff there. Some stuff is like display only, some stuff is like set to be released but doesn't have a date yet. Some of it is set to release and has a date, etc, 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 etc. I just want to highlight a couple things that are of interest to me, at least, that I think are neat. First off, Astrobot. He's getting a figure with the PS4 controller jet mode, basically, or PS5 controller actually jet mode. Oh, there's the English version of it. Yeah, there's Fuzo PI. Finally. We have the movie on Crunchyroll. Hooray! Anyway. Yeah, there's a little baby Astrobot with the controller and stuff. He looks adorable. This looks cute. I guess the controller can like transform back into controller mode to have the eyes and stuff. That's cute and adorable. I guess this will be up for sale at some point. The other thing, game-wise, we have our second ever figure from any fucking Hoyo game that Figuarts has done. But yeah, we are getting Zero Ambi as... Sorry, distracted. But yeah, we're getting Zero Ambi. Just as a quick history lesson, Figuarts has done Paimon of all fucking things from Genshin Impact, the emergency food friend that flies around and talks for you basically in Genshin. They did Sam, which is Firefly's mech suit from Honkai Star Rail in both, with the option of it being in its standard mode or the enhanced state from its super. But now we're getting Ambi. But oddly, for Zenless before this, they did Billy, which is one of the other cunning-haired characters. I actually don't know how much Billy went for. Yeah, here's Billy. Or Billy Kid, technically, but it's Billy. Our jokey Toku fan of Zenless. He's 105. I forgot that it was expensive. But yeah, we have Zero Ambi, which is weird that it's Zero Ambi of all things. Because I saw the idea put out there. It's like, maybe this is the easier one, and I'm like, not really. Like, they're of, like, the same design complexity, pretty much. Like, the only real big major difference, I would think, is that instead of having, like, the two scarves off the back, Vanilla Ambi has a backpack with a sword sheath. And so, like, maybe that's just the slightest bit extra complexity that makes it not want to do that. I think that just the main reason they did Zero Ambi is because it's the more recent of her two forms. That's really it. If you're wondering context of, like, why does Ambi have two forms? Well, basically, Zero Ambi was her before she joined the Cunning Hares, when she was a soldier for some company that made clones, and she was one of said clones, and, well, her whole squad got killed except her and the one person who was injured before the mission. And they told her, all right, off your last remaining sisters, we can just have you. And Ambi went, fuck that, slit her own throat. She didn't die, thankfully. Nicole, in her infinite luck, stumbled upon her in a hollow and went, cool. It's like, ooh, I found a new friend. I found a new employee. And basically helped Ambi back on her feet. And Ambi was like, I'll work for you, I guess. I got nowhere else to be. And so Ambi works for Nicole with the Cunning Hares. Because I think the alternative title for the Cunning Hares is Nicole and all these people who she somehow has talked their way into working for her. Or Nicole and the surprisingly stupidly strong friends of hers. Since Ambi is, like, stupid strong. And so is Billy, because he's basically like an old world warbot who used to work for the Sons of Kaladin as their fucking enforcer, i.e. if you had a problem with the Sons of Kaladin, you had to fight Billy over it. And Billy never lost. This clown, this literal fucking clown, never lost a fight for the Sons of Kaladin, but then he got bored and was like, I don't want to really do this anymore, and kind of came to an agreement with the Sons of Kaladin to leave and, like, leave the job into Lighter's hands. And then he kind of ended up at the Cunning Hares, and now he just uses guns instead of punches the shit out of people, I guess. I don't know. We don't know what Billy was like, what Billy really did, like, when he was the Sons of Kaladin. It's kind of the thing people are assuming. It's like, oh, we're going to get a fancy, like, S-rank version of Billy that is him back when he worked with the Sons of Kaladin, basically, because that's what they did with Ambi. So, but yeah. I'm not too broken up about this. Like, it's fine. It's Ambi. It is my wonderful, just burger-loving movie child that, like, is just vibes. Look, I've been out of the figure arts game for years. Years at this point. There is not a damn thing in this world that will get me back into figure arts on a consistent basis. There is nothing in this world that's going to make that happen. I have made peace with that. The only thing I want figure arts to make is a goddamn ride vendor in its fucking bike mode so I can finish off my bike collection for Rider. That's it. There is not a damn thing else figure arts can make that makes me care. As much as I adore Firefly and Sam and all their Kamen Rider ass references, you couldn't get me to like dip for Sam. And as much as I adore Ambi and the rest of the Zenless cast, there's not a damn thing you can do from Zenless that makes me wants to pick it up in figure arts. But Blockies, guys, you're in the same country as Hoyo. How can you not cut a deal with them to make figures, for fuck's sakes? That was the exact conversation I had in the Discord today about it. It was just like, these figure arts are neat and cool. I would like Blockies to do it because fuck me, I would love their 4-inch like Galaxy stuff to be this. So yeah. And then last up, from the State of Play, SRWI's DLC has finally been dated. At least the first pack of it. Which is Double, Big O, and I forget the third one because it's the not important one for me. But it's coming out next Friday, the 21st. If you have the Season Pass, basically, or any fancier edition of the game besides the base one, you'll get early access on Wednesday, the 19th. I don't know when on the 19th, but you're going to get early access on the 19th, which, hooray! I have one of those fancier editions of the game, so I get early access. They also confirmed via the trailer that Double and Skull will have a team-up attack. You have no idea how much that sends me. How much I'm just like, look at this thing that we never got in any other piece of Double media because it was basically impossible. There was no scenario where this could happen. There is no world that this can happen in except in the world of Super Robot Wars, I guess. I don't know how they'll write it. I don't know how that's going to be. All we know is that for DLC 1, there's going to be some sort of standalone story that will feature the 3 series for DLC 1, and then it'll be the same case for DLC 2. I don't know if there's going to be crossover between those two. It seems like they're not because they're individually titled. And seem like they just don't have anything to do with each other outside of, well, this is how these 3 come together and then eventually join the main story because, 1 second. Because they announced some other stuff with it. Oh, I don't have to do that. I was about to go search on YouTube for it, but I'm like, no, Discord chats. Any of the Discord chats I'm in. There'll be no audio for the trailers, though. I just have to get to... There it is. I just wanted to get to this real quick. So yeah, basically, on the 17th, I guess. I forgot about that. Didn't notice that part. Early access on the 18th. That's Tuesday, actually. That's sooner. That makes sense. It would actually be the 18th and 20th for us. I didn't even think about that. That technically would be a day earlier. But on the 17th, as part of a title update, they're going to add in a new Battle Rush mode. You basically get to pick 6 of your units, and then you do wave clears. You'll be getting that after. You'll have access to that if you're in Chapter 6 of the game. Then they have EX level pilot skills, which I guess like lets you go even further with your pilots in terms of their skill base. And then you'll get a free mission, which is technically the first mission of the DLC, a Smile on the Street Corner, for free. So you get to basically try out the DLC units and then, or maybe even just some of the DLC units and like see how the DLC is before if you haven't picked it up. But then I guess early access on Tuesday technically and Thursday in general will be DLC 1, 5 units, 16 area missions, 13 onboard missions, and 2 assist crew members. I believe we already know basically the whole layout of units, because it'll be double Axel and Skull from Futopi. It will be the Big O from Big O, and then it will be the other unit from the third, or the third unit from Breagear to round out your 5. I believe the 2 assist crew members also confirmed, because it's Tokime from Futopi, and then the secretary assistant girl from Big O. Which, well, that covers all the onboard missions, because the onboard missions should be all the ace chats, and that would be an ace chat for the 5 units. Or no, that only covers like half of it, because it would be 5. Yeah, that would be an ace chat for all 5 of the units, and then an ace chat basically for the 2 assist crew members. So that's 7 of the 13. I don't know what the rest would be. I guess we'll see. And then the 16 new area missions. I don't know if that's the full campaign or if that's like a mix of the campaign stuff and maybe some extra missions. Or some side missions. We will see. I've tempted to stream this. The audio gives me pause. Granted, I streamed the SRWY demo, but the music in the SRWY demo was not the same music that is present in the game. Granted, I don't have the sound pack, so I don't have the proper full versions of the soundtrack, but there's still music there. Because I believe it is like, it's going to be kind of an instrumental mini version of WGX, and then I assume a instrumental mini version of Big O's theme and then Breaker's theme. Which, to be honest, doing WGX is the better decision. They should not. I'm glad they did not pick the proper opening for Futopi, because the proper opening for Futopi is not as good as WGX. Granted, WGX is just basically WBX2. So yeah, I will be playing this on the 18th on my own time. I'm in chapter 5 of the game at the moment. I did a little bit more the other day. So I think I'm going to get through chapter 5. Just so I'm at chapter 6, I guess, for like the Battle Rush mission, I guess. Just so I have like, I guess, access to everything that would be on the table. And then I'm going to run through this first DLC. I might just complete the game afterwards. Just buckle down, like, complete the game, set up a New Game Plus, and do New Game Plus with, like, the second DLC. Maybe. I don't know. So one downside of, like, I'm not far enough that I feel that I want to rush the game, because I'm going to burn myself out by the time I'm done. But I'm also, like, deep enough that I'm like, well, I'm not going to get to see everything, like, the double cast and stuff are going to be able to show off, because you'll get access to the DLC missions after Chapter 2. Or in Chapter 2. Not after Chapter 2. In Chapter 2. So basically, once you complete the tutorial, which is basically Chapter 1, because the demo is Chapter 1 of the game, once you complete that, you'll have access to the DLC. But yeah, there's the update on that. I are excited. Okay, we have, it is weird that it looks so much like the pudding cups in Gav. I need to get, I need to get the mouth sorted real quick before I go too much further. Granted, the mouth is a little off to the side, so you might. That'll work. It's a little odd, but it'll do. Okay. Fun part's gonna be that helmet. That'd be the fun part. I guess. Do I want to do the Dai Maru real quick? You do Dai Maru. Oh, before I forget, for the lurkers out there, since apparently this is a thing, Twitch is dumb as usual. If you want to lurk, yeah, there is a point redeem for the lurkers out there. It's like 10 points. I didn't know you could set it down to 1. So I might set it to like 1 point, but if you're lurking out there and you want to just be like, yo, I'm lurking. I'm on a stool here. I pulled up a stool and I'm lurking in the corner. You can just redeem like a $10 point or a 10 point thing. Like so. Yeah, let me do the Mario real quick. Get your picture. You. What the fuck? Don't know what happened there, but I decided to. No, I should. Be a different size anyway. I was about to say, it's like, I have a Dai Mario for Soto in, like, my shelf or my little toolbox. Should go off that, but picture. Okay. Actually, no. There we go. Excuse you, why did you stop? Try it again. Yeah, I don't like that. Just free draw this. Now to do that like 3 more times. Hopefully we have more like specifics on it like Sunday when we get to talk about it on the podcast, but I am weirdly kind of interested in the Steam machine. Like my computer's getting up there in age, and having a dedicated basically machine for gaming stuff on Steam, especially because apparently you can install other stuff on it as well. I'm just like, this is very tempting. I don't know what the price is on it yet, but because we don't have that information, but I am interested, at least. Even though the Steam machine before did not do well. What's funny is I'm drawing out all of these. All these extra squares and stuff, and the only reason I'm doing it is to get this like vein part cut in. Okay, well, where did everything go? Got that rid of that little clip and chip right there. Let me. Ba-da-da-da-ba-da. Oh my god. Okay. Didn't realize. Didn't think about that. Okay. Nope. Okay. We're gonna hope that that's lined up right. That will do. Almost. Okay. Let me pull up a picture of the die Maru real quick. I need the reference picture. That was the part file, not the picture itself. That 3, 4, 5, 8. What? Why? Oh, that would be why. Yes. Well, there's the die Maru. I want to do the sheath next. I want to do that sheath next. Might make that peg a little long. By 5. There's a little bit more grip. Assembly. That's not too bad for basically freehanding that size-wise. That's not too bad. Okay. Pick them from here, there. Measurement 48. So it's 48 by is at its widest. Make it 13, like a 48 by 13 on the inside at least. All right, that's might make that. I'm gonna say 4815 or 5015, just around it. Give us a 5mm wall around it, so that's 55, 20. That was the last measurement I did not take. We're just gonna let that assume for now, because I did not. I didn't take my Z, basically. It's 3, so 5. Say 5, so it has to be 10. Which is exactly what we had with extruded, didn't it? Yes. Fantastic! mark this as the top. I could just do this and then just 5, 5. Does it need to be 20? Stupid. Not wide enough? I know. Should be good. Go 30 for now. Not that way. Yeah, that is way too much space. We still got a little around 3. We're gonna... It's 22? Say 22. I'm gonna hope that's center. What do we got over here? So it's about 3.5. That's 7 in total. That might be okay. Can I? So I need to make it slightly longer. $52. This cut needs to go. That'll work. Okay. Keep that transparent for now. Need to make it longer still. Man, how did I write this? And we'll do this the old-fashioned way. There. Nope, nope, nope. Oh my god. Oh, god damn it. Get fucked back in there. Okay. It's a little big. We might have to do like a fake sheath. Because this is like way too big. Yeah, we'll probably have to do a fake sheath. Like the length is fine, but the thickness of it is too much. All right, so we're gonna go. I'm gonna get everything. All right, I like that better. All right. Okay, so what do I do with the flags? Flag would be easy enough. Won't have like the waviness to it because I really feel like doing that, but I can do like a. Probably do a 6. We'll go 8. Say an 8 by 12. could put the sword lower. Slots. On the back. Oh, no. Wrong one. That gives me a starting point. Not there. Find my assembly again. All right, so I'm gonna have to come up way higher. We're gonna say get us more, more. 30. We're gonna say 40. Do 40. That's more like it. I just gotta fix my... That's 6. Probably gonna need to make the... Eights. Okay, it's both through. I have to bring them up higher. I think that's 6. That's the way through. Whoops. Wonder if I made him too big. I'm slightly concerned about that. No, he fits right in. Good. Fantastic. Okay. I was worried I went too big on him, but no, he fits right in with everybody else. Okay. Now we just got legs, arms, And the helmet. Which we might make the helmet 2 parts. So what we'll probably do is we'll do like we'll do a peg coming off the top of the head. That way the helmet kind of plugs in through a hole. We'll probably just have the side parts. We probably won't have a back, just so there's no interference on all this. But yeah, that's Gaim. Like, a good chunk done. Like, the helmet scares me a little bit because it's a fairly decent complex shape. We might make the emblem separate and let it plug in. That'd be like my one thing. As we do it that way, we'll make it a little easier for a print. Otherwise, yeah. Let me run through the Twitter real quick. Another preference. Apparently, the 30 minutes label stuff is having a stream Monday, I think? I think it's Monday. I forgot the exact date. Yeah, Monday. Monday at like 5 in the morning. I guess it's the name of a teaser. I haven't the faintest idea. Some more Ichiban Kuji stuff. Bankuji Uma Musume. Looking like a new... Oh, more. Right, they're still going on Zoojer in Korea. They gotta finish out the letters. And Doomskeets and Explosion Rage. Woo. Da-da. Looks like a no. Granted, should be a Blockies update. We'll look at that and probably end off. Oh my god, did they do a giant Gundam vanilla ass RX-78 Gundam just for T-Quacks? Someone's like, why is it huge? Plot. It's plot reasons. Like we got Stiff. So there's Ace Killer. Ray. A trailer for the Hot Wheels one? AT01. Isn't that the name of this? No. They're selling a trailer. I assume. Cool. All right. That looks to be it. Okay, then. We're going to call it there for tonight. We got a lot of good progress. We should have Gaim wrapped up soon. Probably next week we'll at least get the arms done. Well, no, next week we'll get the helmet done, and then the week after we'll work on the arms and legs. I might co-opt, or I might grab a. Yeah, I might take the decade legs and then modify them accordingly, because it's basically the decade legs. And then the arms will have to, like, fudge around a bit. But yeah. Well, I might. But yeah, that will do it for tonight. Tomorrow is Cubiverse. We're doing Nightfire. We're gonna see how Nightfire is. And I'll be doing some Zenless stuff before that. Saturday, we're gonna do the run back on that Archipelago idea Tommy had. I need to modify some RE4 stuff for that and send that to him tomorrow. And before that, we'll do some Vampire Survivors, and then Sunday will be TGS. We'll talk shop on the Steam machine, amongst other stuff. And do some Fortnite before that. And like I said, next week we will get that helmet done, because that helmet will probably take a while. So yeah, if you like what you've seen, folks, drop a follow. Really appreciate it. Exclamation point. YouTube and chat gets the YouTube archive for this and all our other streams. Right now, Great Ace Attorney's going up, and the rest of that Dread run through I did when it initially came out is up, because I forgot to put the rest of it up with the first part of it. Oops. But that's all up. Great Ace Attorney should be going up. I need to sit down, schedule the rest of it here in a minute when I get done. But yeah, it'll be that, and then Beast Wars, I believe. Yeah, I settled on our run through of Beast Wars on TGSR, so we'll do that. That'll go up next. But yeah, that's the YouTube schedule at the moment. Exclamation point, social and chat handles for all of our social media. I think I've decided that it seems like, personally speaking, it seems like Blue Sky is getting the slightest bit more traction. So I think I'm going to drop posting on Twitter for the account going forward. And just post the Blue Sky. But that will be a next year kind of thing. Personally speaking, I just feel like I'm just going to drop Twitter support and just be like, all right, we're only on Blue Sky. Like, there is a Twitter account, but I'm not going to post to it anymore. Like, I've stopped posting to the Twitter in full for, like, I think a year now. In fact, what was my last post on Twitter? Oh my god. I'm back. Like June, probably, of last year. And that was a reply to someone. Like, I probably haven't posted anything since October, I think. So, yeah, I'll probably just stop posting to Twitter next year. Yeah, anywho. Like I said, exclamation point social for that. Exclamation point Discord chat. Just link. Drop by, say hi. We'll see you tomorrow, folks.